Hi guys, Jen here, and this is my 3-week postpartum update and 3-week update on little Max. Hi guys, so this is my 3-week update and Max's as well. I think I might start with him because he's getting a little tired. He's been up for a while this time. He's actually had some nice awake time, haven't you? He's just staring at me. Hey? Anyway, so this last week not last week, probably when I got to 2.5 weeks, so like 3 days ago or so, I have started, he was sleeping on a co-sleeper thing on a mattress we have out in this lounge room, and I don't know, it just started not working as much because he's, you know, getting that little bit older. So I've decided to start gentle sleep training him, which I did with Alexandra around the same age. So I've moved him into his room. We have like that Oricom video monitor I was talking about. What are you doing, buddy? And yeah, so we have moved him to his room, and I'm just working on trying to get, when we're home, all sleeps in the cot. So if he wakes up crying and he seems like he's awake, I give him a feed, and that's either at the moment on the boob. He probably goes on the boobs like once or twice a day, and then I give him a bottle after he's been on maybe for 10 minutes or so. I mean, yesterday he didn't go on at all because it was just too busy. But yeah, I am so surprised about how good his latch is. It sort of sucks that I've let my milk supply dwindle, but I mean, I bottle fed the others by, Zoe was like only, oh, big burp. Whoa, you right? Zoe was only expressed milk pretty much for the whole of the first year. She was sort of breastfed and bottle fed my milk for the first 5 weeks or so before we went to sleep school because I struggled with her. And then afterwards, I pretty much only gave her my milk, and then Alex was sort of mainly my milk for the first month or so, and then sort of mixed feeding. I struggled, I didn't put her on the boob past like the first day or so, and then she had a tongue tie snipped at around 6 months old, and definitely gave her tongue a lot more movement, whereas he's got really good tongue movement. Like, he can move his tongue right out of his mouth, which Zoe and Alex never did, which might explain why I never successfully breastfed. But I feel much more confident as a bottle feeder, but I am enjoying like just putting him on the boob for comfort's sake, I guess, or just because I can, and because it's good for them. But yeah, I'm so surprised, like breastfeeding, like it hurt in the first couple of days, and then I gave myself a couple of days break while I bottle fed him formula and then milk. But yeah, I am so surprised about how good his latch is. Like, it actually doesn't hurt to breastfeed. So I'm totally shocked by that, because it was nothing but horrible with the other two. So I think it can be very baby dependent whether you're successful with breastfeeding or not. Because I've never experienced like this amount of no pain before. So that's a nice different experience with him that I'm having, so I'm really happy about that. And what else? Yeah, so he's having a bit more awake time. He seems pretty strong in the head, although it doesn't look like it right now. And yeah, we're just concentrating on self-settling. I'll stay with him and pat and shush him, and I'm wrapping him as well. So I'm sort of trying to do the same cues every time. Overnight feeds, he's really settled down in the last few days. Seems to be about 2 overnight feeds, which is pretty good. And when he wakes up crying for them, he just, you know, he cries and I leave him wrapped up, change his nappy if need be, and then give him the feed, and he sort of feeds while eyes shut, and sometimes he doesn't burp well, but usually he'll just go back down. So I'm really happy about that, because I don't know, I was really struggling before, like, and now it's like we don't have a routine, but it's sort of a bit more routine. He's staring at the TV, I think. Hey, but yeah, so I don't know, it just makes me feel a bit more confident and more happy. So yeah, I'm having a good few last couple of days, which is good. And what else, little buddy? He hasn't been weighed this week, but as I might have said last week, he was 3.9 something and he was born 3.7, so that wasn't bad for the 2-week mark. And yeah, you're just studying me, are you? Hey, why don't you say hello to the camera? Say hello. Hey guys. Let's see if you can focus. Now his eye colour, although it looks very dark right this second, it's definitely not a colour. It's not brown, it's not blue, it's not, I cannot tell which way, let's see if I can get it to focus on him, which way it's gonna go. See the colour? It's just sort of not any colour. It's sort of like that real newborn grey colour type thing. So yeah, I have no idea which way it's gonna go, but it's nice that he's settled down. He does have those little pimple things on his face at the moment, but I know all the babies sort of tended to get them, my other ones. But yeah, so I'm starting to feel a bit better. I just hope that he stays a bit more happy. Okay, so on to me and my postpartum. TMI, but still sort of bleeding a bit. Most of my bleeding sort of happens in the first day or two, and then the rest is sort of drips and drabs. Last time it sort of drew out like the tiniest bit where I still had to wear a pad for like 4 weeks, and then it got to heavier bleeding. So I'm like, I think that was my first period. So it sort of went on for 6 weeks before my cycle sort of came back. And what else? Yeah, it's sort of my boobs have settled down a bit. As I said, I'm sort of only expressing 2 to 3 times a day. I'm not overdoing it, only doing that during the daytime. And yeah, as I said, putting him on once or twice a day, and then sometimes not other days. And I'd say my stomach and my weight is probably, we're up to 3 weeks now, and this is probably where it sort of settles. So it seems that I have lost, like, pretty sure 10 kilos, maybe 11 kilos, which is massive, but I also put on more weight this time. So I'm still sitting a little bit higher than I was after having the girls and my weight settled. Yeah, so I think, I was gonna say, I haven't really given you numbers, so but I think I will. When I start my proper weight loss, which last time I started it at 4 weeks along, so and that's next week. I don't know if I feel like routine enough to do that right yet. I definitely feel like my stomach and my back muscles are starting to strengthen a bit more, which is great because it's annoying not having any strength in them. But yeah, I think I might end up waiting till 5 weeks. I don't know, we'll see. But when I do start that, then I'll start like weight loss updates, so I'll probably be yeah, they'll be separate to this sort of thing. And yeah, I might start with my starting weight and where I want to get down to, and then maintenance and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I probably will do that weekly, because I guess the weight should fall off weekly when I stick my mind to it, like I have in the past. So yeah, I sort of feel like where my weight's sitting at, it doesn't look like the number on the scales, or maybe I'm just distorted and I can't see how fat I am, but I swear I looked worse, like 3 or 4 kilos lighter after the girls. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's winter too, because like you can cover up more, I don't know. But I'm not sort of overly obsessed with weight loss. I really was the first 2 times, especially after my second. I felt like great, and Alexandra was a great baby already in the first day or two, so I was like, I want to start running already. So I think the second day I decided to try and go for a jog walk, and I just couldn't. My back was killing me. Like, I tried to walk 2Ks and I just ended up, yeah, like, and jog, and I just walked it, and not even that fast. My mind mentally was there to go, let's get back into it, but my body was not. So this time, yeah, I'm sort of just waiting it out. Like, there's plenty of time to lose the weight, but yeah. So I'm not being super careful with food, but I'm not like gorging myself. I'm actually find I have much more room in my stomach to eat, but I don't want to eat as much usually. Whereas when I was pregnant, I had less room, but I would still want to stuff my face with food. I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, so I'm feeling good, at least today anyway, mentally, so that's a good thing. And yeah, we're still sort of getting routines with everyone sort of down. It's a bit chaotic, especially in the mornings and for dinner, bath, bedtime. But yeah, if you'd like to see a video about like routines and stuff, let me know. But I've got to find the time to edit all this stuff. One thing I forgot to mention was those cyst, abscess, pimple things under my arms. I don't know if I told you or not, but when they drained them, they ended up working out that it was staph, like a staph infection. And I got a couple before I had him, a couple more, and then when he was less than a week older, I got them to drain them, and I've ended up with one really massive one. So yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. The only thing I've sort of researched on persistent staph infections under the arm, and pretty much I'm just going to give up shaving under my arm or doing anything for like a whole month, I think, or something like that. Even though that makes me feel so gross and yuck doing that, I'm just going to do that and use antibacterial sort of body wash underneath my arms. And I'm also being put on antibiotics this time again. So yeah, I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to actually get rid of this at all. Anyway, so I'll leave that there before it gets way too long, and I'll finish with some more shots of him and my belly shot, my postpartum belly shot. And yeah, I will see you for my next video. So bye guys. Hey buddy. Hey. You're so calm, aren't you? Say hello. Good boy.